Kevin Bacon has been in so many movies alongside so many famous co-stars that he inspired the popular water cooler game, and you know it. It's called 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I don't know if he was that into it at first, but recently it sparked an idea for something bigger, which he explores in his new podcast, 6 Degrees with Kevin Bacon. Okay, so we just said you weren't really that into the... What about it bothered you?
I thought it was a joke at my expense, really. You know, I mean, when they would connect me to Laurence Olivier, it was kind of like, can you believe this loser can be connected to one of the greats, or Meryl Streep or something like that. But that's just an actor's insecurity. And in the long run, I was like, well, I guess this is kind of... I also thought that it was going to go away, and it just didn't go away.
It never did.
It really didn't.
Yeah, it didn't go away. And then in 2007, you know, I thought to myself, I really want to find some kind of a way to step out of my own head and try to give back. And I thought about the game, and I thought about the fact that if you take me out of the game, and actually is really an important concept that we are connected.
Yeah.
I think people are hungry for connections, but I also think that realizing that we're all, you know, stewards of this planet, and that we're all, you know, riding in this same boat, will hopefully make us kind of try to take care of each other a little bit more, to not start wars, to not let people starve, or whatever it happens to be. There's a lot of issues out there.
You said there was a moment where you said, you know what, it's time for me to give back. What sparked that
Well,
part
I guess
of your
it
life?
really started with, although this was in the 90s, I mean, it started with the birth of my kids. I think that, you know, like many actors, I was very self-driven, self-motivated, and self-obsessed. I think you kind of have to be with the amount of competition that's out there, and that's who I was as a young man. But when I got married and have children, all which happened within a couple of years, I started to go, you know, there's a bigger world out there outside of me, and then you know, my wife was really an avid environmentalist from the time I met her when she was in her early 20s, and I think with the birth of our son, we started to think about the world.
First of all, we adore your wife. She's been on the show many times. She's the loveliest. You guys just celebrated your 35th.
Right?
That feels wrong somehow.
Yesterday? What would you do?
We didn't do much. Let's see. Well, we had our kids for a long weekend, which was just absolutely sublime. The kids and their partners, and then we kind of said goodbye to them, and you know, we took a long walk, and I got blisters because the shoes were new, and I didn't really realize that we were going to walk to dinner, but we did. We walked probably, I don't know, 30 blocks or something like that to dinner, and then I had blisters, and then she put a Band-Aid on my blisters. So it was really kind of indicative of 35 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that the secret? The Band-Aid on the blister?
I feel like you guys just grow together. I mean, you show a little tiny bit of your relationship on social media, but a lot of people who live in New York see around. I mean, I just saw you guys a couple of days ago in the subway. We were walking. It's just like totally normal, but it seems like you just do normal life.
We do. We ride the train. You know, it's the fastest way to get someplace if you have blisters. So, So we I don't know, we just like hanging out together. You know.
One of the things that you talk about on the podcast, but also anybody that sees your social media knows, is you love music. Yeah. Was it your first love? Like, was music something that you were into as a little kid? I
was really into it, although I really loved both things. I mean, I wrote my first song, I think, when I was about 12, but I didn't have an instrument then. I didn't play. My brothers, who I have the band with, the Bacon Brothers, are very, very talented and very accomplished musician across all kind of instruments. And I was just kind of a plunker, but I would write these melodies and sing them to him and lyrics, and then he would figure out the changes. So yeah, we continue to play, and I continue to write. I love it.
How about Billy Joel? How about you?
Was that
unbelievable?
That was crazy pants.
Oh my God!
You know,
wow.
Billy, I don't know how this happened. Honestly, it's still a little bit of a dream. I mean, you know, somehow they got in touch with me and said, you know, would you like to come to the show? I was like, of course I want to come to the show. And they were like, okay, would you like to do a song? And I was like, what?
Wait, what?
And somebody said to me the other day, is that on your bucket list? And I was like, what? But I always thought a bucket list was things that you actually could imagine happening to you. So no, it was not on my bucket list. It was on my NFW list.
And did it feel that way standing up there, like in Madison Square Garden?
Madison Square Garden sold out. I might add.
That's for you.
It was. But listen, the organization, Billy, the band, everybody was the crowd. Everybody was very, very supportive, and so it was very nice.
Just quickly back to your podcast for a second. You've interviewed some amazing people on your podcast.
Yeah,
we love them all. You have such a great. Are there lessons, or is there something that kind of jumps out at you when you say, "Wow, I learned that"?
Well, I think that what's cool about this podcast is that we hear a lot of celebrities, and we have musicians and actors and television personalities, all kinds of across all kind of different celebrity possibilities. And we look at them a lot of times and we say, okay, well, they're just out for the big money or for fame or for, whatever. A lot of people have a very, very strong desire to do something, to make something, have some kind of positive impact in the world that is not just self-serving. So in the first part of the podcast, we talk about just careers, and it's just me kind of shooting the breeze with people that I've either worked with or haven't worked with. In the second part of the podcast, we bring on somebody who actually runs their foundation.
That's cool.
And they become part of this conversation, and they highlight things that in some ways, oftentimes they have a very strong personal connection to.
Yeah.
And so I personally have found just doing it to be both moving and inspirational and informational, and it's been great.
Wow. Thank you,
Well,
Kevin.
thank you, Kevin.
Happy you came to see us.
Thanks,
Kevin.
Thanks for having me.
6 Degrees with Kevin Bacon is available now at iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
And cure our best, too, Kevin.
Yes, please.
Thank you.